Hello friends and welcome to the Gamer Down. This is your host, Dark Hostess, with Rift Weekly Review for November 3rd, 2011. I've gone 2 weeks without putting out a video, and I must really apologize, guys. Got a lot of crap going on in my real life right now that I'm having to deal with. So just, bear with me for the moment. As you see, Phase 3 finally began. Tryon has been rolling out the phases fairly quickly these days. Instead of dragging them on for like 3 or 4 weeks like they did a few, like when they're pulling out the hammer nail one, that one drug on forever. They've been, learning from their mistakes, and they've been getting the phases out fairly fast, every 2 weeks. So this is the last phase here, and it's time to get as many magma opals as you can. They are very hard to obtain, as you probably know already. You do these rifts and you only get a handful, and most of the items are 500 opals and all of that. A way to get a lot of opals, I'm going to tell you my little secret here. Make some alts, get them to level 10, and do the daily quests. And that'll give you several hundred extras, in no time at all. I mean, that is one easy way to really stockpile a lot of these magma opals, because they are account bound, so you can send them around. This is one of the first world events that the currency has actually been like account bound. I believe the Run King seals were also account bound. That was the very first. As you see, some of the new dailies are in, and they kind of don't really make a lot of sense. A lot of them, the one is called the right stuff, and one is called the left stuff. And with one of these quests, you have to go to all these different zones. You're randomly teleported to a different zone in the game here, and you have to use the quest item, and you have to do this 5 times. So everybody has to sit through 10 loading screens. That's just stupid. I mean, once or twice, and then it's cool. We get teleported to the very top of places that you can't reach on your own. That's one of the little gimmicks to this quest here, is you're teleported to like the very top of Scarlet Gorge, and but you eventually, you keep going to the same place, eventually, and you have to do this 5 times. It's just kind of dumb, 2 or 3 times maybe, would have been all right, but having to sit through 10 loading screens, okay, yeah, that's really dumb. And then the next quest, the left stuff, you have to go to the small, tiny little area and loot these rubble or whatever like that, and it is so jam-packed. You're lucky to get your quest done. It just, you loot the item, it spawns a mob, and it spawns a mob of your level. So you're there and you're like level 12, and a 50 comes in, and he he loots the item right in front of you, and then you're sitting there with a 50 mob, if the guy doesn't take care of it. So yeah, it has a lot of problems. I don't know what they were thinking with these dailies, but they kind of suck. They really do. And if you're going to run a bunch of alts through them, yeah, you're going to get tired of them really, really quick. But doing alts is the best way to get your magma opals. It really is. Now, we're back out at the Ember Isles here. I said there was some event going on here, but it just turned out to be a load test. They were on the live server saying, come over to the public test shard, until 5, get a special sneak preview of the Ember Isles, and blah, blah, blah. And all it was a load test. That's all it was. So nothing special was to be seen. And I've been talking about, like taking you guys through some of the quests here, but I'll be honest with you. Every single effing one of these quests is kill 8 of these guys, loot 8 of these items. Every one, just about. There's like one quest that deviates from the formula. So don't expect a whole lot of excitement with the questing. You can enjoy the beauty of Ember Isles, I guess, but the questing is nothing to write home about at all. Pretty friggin' boring, actually. So instead of showing you a bunch of boring quests, I'm going to make some sort of montage video like this weekend or something, of the Ember Isles. They're pretty much done with it, They haven't opened the instances yet, and, I don't know if they're just going to throw them on the live servers and just hope for the best, but they haven't even started testing them now, and we're in phase 3 and of the world event, which means that I'd say the patch is going to be out within the next 3 weeks. I'd say like around Thanksgiving would probably be a best bet for that. And they haven't tested the instance at all. What are we going to do when the thing hits the live servers? I guess that's when the testing will actually begin. That is one problem with like rushing content out so quickly. If you haven't figured it out yet, the world event is a way to keep players entertained while they make content. They're really busting their balls to make Ember Isles, and they're busting their balls to pump out a lot of content because, Rift is kind of thin on content, especially at level 50, unless you raid. Unless you raid, then, you're going to be busy raiding. But, they use these world events to give them a little extra time so they can finish content. But, nothing is perfect, when you're developing a game and you're making an instance and all that, so much can go wrong that to set yourself in a time frame like they do, it's just expected that they're going to fail. They're not going to meet that time frame. So I'm hoping by Thanksgiving that they're going to have patch 1.6 out, but they're going to have to do a lot of work and testing, before they can even think about throwing this on the live servers. What's going to happen? I'll tell you right now what's going to happen. They're going to put this on the live servers, and it's going to be friggin' bug city. It's going to be so buggy. They're probably going to have to take the servers down for a week just to iron out the bullshit. I'm telling you. You see what happened with that last patch and how it broke the game so badly for a while, and they had to hotfix, still hotfixing. So you can expect it. I wouldn't be expecting to play Rift that week much. As you can see, the Ember Isles, it does have like several different types of invasions that happen all at one time. If you notice, like when I zoom in here on my map, you'll see a fire, water, earth, and every type of invasion happening at the same time. And I'm not sure if this is part of the testing or if this is just like the new way they're doing things, like to have all these different types of invasions happening. And I'm going to show you more of the Ember Isles. I would really like to focus on this. I'm using this Rift Weekly Review to kind of catch up with you guys. And, like I said, I have a lot going on in my real life right now that I must attend to. There's no way around it. So this is Darkosis for Rift Weekly Review for November 3rd. I have another Rift video out by this weekend sometime, so don't worry. Take care.